word to your mother. We came to drop bombs. All right. We don't got Lee today. Lee working. Lee pulling his best Asian impersonation.
Awesome.
But he ain't at a sweatshop, so I guess that's an improvement.
Yeah.
He's doing what he can do. He's trying to be white as possible. He's adjacent at this moment, but he's probably becoming more blended as we speak.
He's a white Asian who likes black women.
That's he weird.
Yeah, he's been a weird mix.
Yeah. Hey, to each his own. We have an update before we begin our hilarity today, because it's partially hilarious and half crazy. But to start off with hilarity, remember we talked about Jolly Good Ginger on Monday. Y'all remember that? And we were saying some things about him, and we were hoping for his uppance to come. Guess what, y'all?
Oh man,
there's some things that money can't buy.
Hey, look! Before you start, this thing was blowing up like it was either Monday night or Tuesday all day. I mean, it's been blowing up ever since after the podcast. And someone sent it to me, and I was just like, "Oh,
this is so good. Look,
this is what karma looks like.
So good." So y'all remember Cam Higbee, the one that went onto the black campus and got ran off?
Mm-hmm.
Same individual ran into Jolly at a location. Not literally ran into him, but he was standing there with his paraphernalia. And up comes Jolly Good Ginger, Mr. Ellis himself, to talk to him. But this is what happened.
Whoa. Get the away.
If Jolly fall down and go boom.
Let's watch that one more time. I think we need to watch that again. When you go up and touch people's stuff and you don't know how to control your body weight because it's too much.
Whoa. Get the away.
Oh, I got you.
You know why he can't fight? You know he can't fight?
Why?
Look at his thumbs when he's standing there like this.
Isn't that what's his name that did that too? Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Mr. Chappell did the same thing.
You can't fight.
None of them can't fight. All y'all a bunch of sissies, butt pirates. That's all you guys are.
And you know what they all have in common? The lack of emotional intelligence. Because you would never see a conservative do that. We would never just run up to somebody and try to steal their camera or take their stuff. We don't do that. We just laugh at them and keep it moving. They want to grab you, spit on you, throw things on you, fight you. Just zero emotional intelligence.
Butt pirate.
Mm-hmm. I know.
He thought that was funny.
I bet he smelled horrible.
Oh man, that breath. That's probably that would be the killer. I think it would be the absolute killer. Would probably be his breath. I bet you that thing smelled like sweaty socks from like a football locker room.
Imagine that.
Teenagers.
His breath with sweaty socks, cheap cigarettes, and Natty Light are Milwaukee's best. Breath just coming out, just halitosis times 10.
Let me again.
Look at this co-signer over here.
Still trying to ride that 5 minutes of fame? Trying to ride that 5 minutes of fame, Cam? You got money off of an HBCU, and now you got to come over here and fuck with veterans too? That's what you're gonna do?
Oh man, touch him again. Somebody gonna touch you one day. Somebody's gonna touch you one day. You're gonna cross the wrong person. You know, I may be at a rally one day. Yeah, you never know. You never know. I don't know.
I will tell you all this, okay? I'm not speaking for bro. I'm speaking for me. Okay. I don't do well with people invading my personal space. Okay. I won't invade yours. Don't invade mine. The instant you put your hand just where if I can smell your finger, you can feel my fist. I'm letting y'all know now. If I can smell your finger and it's in my face, you're gonna get cold cocked. I'm telling you, I'm not waiting for a fight to break out. You're not gonna see it coming. It'll come from somewhere. I'm not swinging back. It's going right from below, and you're gone. That's it. One. I'm not hitting you multiple times while you're on the floor. It's just gonna be one hit. I'll be piecing you up on your way in, so I know exactly where to hit you. But don't put your hand in my face. If I smell your finger, it's over. I'm just letting you know. I don't need you to touch me for me to hit you. I just need you to invade my space.
I'm doing that Charlie Murphy, Rick James smack like he did on the Still Show.
I'm gonna knock you out.
I'm slapping you. I'm gonna take all your manhood. I'm gonna slap you first.
I want teeth out. I want something broken when I'm done. Your orbital bone got to be shot. Something's got to be hurt, so that you never do it to nobody else again. Because you never know when somebody else is gonna do it to you. Just don't put your hands next to me. That's all I'm saying.
And here's the thing: he didn't even have any real backup there. He just had a guy with a megaphone running his mouth. Now, if that was you, Marlon, and say somebody got up in your face, I wouldn't be standing back there with a megaphone. That's some real talk right there. I say you and I would have been sitting in the cell somewhere, looking at each other like, "You all right? I'm all right." But
crazy work.
That was all for the camera. Jolly's losing it. He's becoming irrelevant. So he's doing whatever he can to stay relevant. But this didn't help, Jolly. This didn't
at all.
You're the laughing stock right now, TikTok. Man. On political talk.
All I know is I was happy to see that, and I was laughing my behind off for at least a day. Easily a day. However, the main topic of our conversation is another grifter by the name of Candace Owens. Now, y'all remember her saying to Mr. Netanyahu, don't just read the first part of the letter. Read the whole letter. Let the whole thing go, because I have a feeling you're lying by omission. Y'all remember her saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bibi took her up on her offer. Bibi took her up on her offer. And since the letter dropped, Candace been quiet about the letter. Candace had nothing to say about it at all. So what we're going to do is read the letter, because I found it, all the pieces, and I put them together. This is the first part. Okay. Dear Mr. Prime Minister, one of my greatest joys as a Christian is advocating for Israel and forming alliances with Jews in the fight to protect Judeo-Christian civilization. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Candace said that Mr. Kirk was going against Israel. I thought that's what she said.
Yeah, I remember her saying that. She said something about he was coming to her side of
things. Yeah. Kind of weird to open up your letter like that if you're going against him. But maybe he's buttering up Netanyahu. Maybe Candace is right, and he's just buttering it up to make it look like he's for them.
Marlon, let me throw out a disclaimer. You may or may not agree. This is an alleged letter. Let's say that. You know what I mean? I don't know 100%, but this is what they have.
All I know is a letter, and hear me out. If Candace knows of a different letter, release it.
Yeah.
You know how you easily put this to bed as a lie? If you, Candace Owens, know you have a different letter that can debunk this, because you talk about lies by omission, then you must know what he's omitting, right? I would think. So if you know what he's omitting, drop that bomb.
And if you don't have it, we got to go with this one.
Just what it is. Most recently, I am proud to have taken over Ambassador Huckabee's show on TBN, where we continually support Israel and the Jewish people. As Mohammedanism spreads into Western societies, it is critical that Jews and Christians stay united in the effort to contain and roll back radical Islam and Sharia law. I regret to report that anti-Israel and anti-Semitic trends are at record levels on social media. These negative sentiments then flow downstream into college campuses and even seep into the conservative MAGA community. Is he wrong? No, it's true.
I can agree with that.
I've heard him say as much, even on campuses. Okay, so it sounds like a Charlie statement to me, but anyway. My team and I have spent months analyzing these trends and debating ideas that could help you and your country push back against these disturbing developments. Anti Israel sentiment can undermine American support for Israel. The purpose of this letter is to lay out our concerns and outline potential remedies. For your enemy? Sounds a bit odd. Everything written here is from a place of deep love for Israel and the Jewish people. I think it's important to be brutally honest with those you love. In my opinion, Israel is losing the information war and needs a communications intervention. What do you think so far? Mm-hmm. Now go ahead. Say what's on your mind. Go ahead. Say it.
I will say this first. The Savage Patriots in no way, shape, or form are endorsed by Israel or anything dealing with AIPAC. Everything that we're saying is our views and our opinion. But
what he said.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, if I was getting money, I'd let you know. I'd let you know some. I mean, come on.
But I've just heard some of the statements certain individuals from that country have said about Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to Christian and Israel relations or Jew relations, I'm not going to say all of them, but based off some of the statements from some of the people from that country, what they say about Christians, I don't believe that, that statement is totally correct. But
I can tell you this. If I were to go based on the Jewish traditions and the Christian traditions, the Jews aren't asked to honor Christians, but Christians are asked to honor certain portions of
yes.
them. Okay. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
You said it better than me. Yeah, you said it better than me.
Go ahead. I ain't trying to get into nothing religious. I'm just saying the Jews aren't obligated for that by their own laws. Okay. Just so y'all know. I started to compose this letter to you on Easter. I should have been focused on my family, but I was getting bombarded with messages about the Israeli army making it difficult for Christians to access church in Jerusalem on Easter.
There you go.
He said he was going to be frank. Okay, cool. At the time, I did not see any official statements pushing back on this narrative. It was frustrating because pro-Israel surrogates like me should not be in charge of fact-checking every piece of anti-Israel misinformation that pours into social media. Now, if I were Netanyahu, I wouldn't put this in there if I was writing the letter. This sounds like a Charlie statement. That sounds as adamant as Charlie normally sounds. That's just me. It wasn't just Easter. On my recent campus tours, half the questions I get are about Israel, and they are all negative. I spend half my time on these campuses tours defending Jews and Israel, which I'm proud to do because I love Israel and I love the Jewish faith. I spent endless hours with Dennis Prager over the last few years studying the Torah. Sometimes it feels like I'm defending Israel in public more than your own government. My experience in college campuses matches the recent Harvard poll, which was reported 48% of 18 to 24-year-old Americans support Hamas over Israel. Even in young MAGA circles, Israel is losing support. We are getting huge crowds of 4,000 to 5,000 students on some of my college tours. My campus visits are becoming like a rock concert atmosphere filled with conservative patriots. Yet, on these campus visits, I'm constantly confronted with, and part 2 is, copy here. Israel is an apartheid state. Why does Israel conduct ethnic cleansing? Why is America subsidizing Israel's genocide in the Palestinian people? Is American aid helping to subsidize Israel-free health care? Israel and the Jews are running U.S. foreign policy. Israel and the Jews are responsible for 9/11. Defending Israel is not in our U.S. national interest. Why is Israel trying to drag us into a war in the Middle East? Now, again, those are definitely the questions that people ask. We hear them all the time, right?
Yeah.
If you've been a part of any live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and they're covering the idea of Israel, these are questions that gets popped up all the time. 100%. I fully agree that it is exactly what they ask. So I cannot find any reason to not believe that this letter is from, at minimum, Turning Point, if not Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, again, when disclaim, the question was from Candace to Netanyahu, why don't you release the whole letter? A letter dated the time frame that it would have been sent is now out. I'm waiting to see what she says about it, because at the same, all I'm saying is, if you say you want it, maybe address it when it's given. That's all I'm saying. Even if you say it's BS, they wrote it, say something. But the silence, it's a little worrying. What do you think?
She'll come up with another letter. Knowing her, she'll be like, that was fabricated. I have the original letter sent to me right before the hour Charlie Kirk died. On his deathbed, he sent me this letter that he sent to Netanyahu. That's the type of stuff she'll say. So she'll say she has a whole different letter. That's not what it said. I have the real one with his blood stains on it. That's how she talks.
But I will say that she still has her defenders, including her side dudes.
Who, AJ?
Yeah, we got a side dude in the Hey, look, don't get it twisted. Candace might like herself a white Jew, but she love herself a nice chocolate AJ on the sideline. Right. Okay? Yeah. All right. There's the side dude right there. If y'all see him in the chat room, just understand that is Candace's side dude.
Yeah, we got to watch what we say. He might have something to say.
He gonna come after your throat if you come after. If you talk ill about, like we gonna do, he gonna make a whole live about it, talking about his girl. Oh man, we don't want no smoke, AJ. Don't hurt us. Man.
We don't want it. This is just our opinion. Just our opinion.
Yeah, just asking questions. Your girl she's smart. Okay, she's the best ever. I don't want no smoke with Candace.
Now off camera, we she getting the business off camera.
We love Candace, man. She's amazing.
Beautiful woman.
C'est magnifique. Crème de la crème. Okay. All them other terms.
Red pill black, you know.
Yeah, coon de la coon. I mean, come on, man. It's the best. You know? Anywho. Above are a sampling of the negative Israel-Jewish comments and questions I confront on college campuses. I'm accused of being a paid apologist for Israel when I defend her. However, if I don't defend Israel strongly enough, I'm accused of being anti-Semitic. I know you've got a seven-front war, and my kvetching pales in comparison, but I'm trying to convey to you that Israel is losing support, even in conservative circles. This should be a 5-alarm fire. I'm often asked, why is Israel killing so many innocent civilians in Gaza? I know Israel goes to great lengths by dropping flyers and even calling civilians to clear out of areas about to be bombed. I know Israel posts maps showing which areas should be evacuated. I know that Hamas uses civilians as human shields, but 90% of our younger generations get their news from social media and podcasts, and there is very little pushback or fact-checking by the Israeli government and or pro-Israel supporters in the media. I'm saying this, if this is not Charlie, it sounds an awful lot like how he talks normally in the sphere when he talks about Israel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is this. The man is gone. You know, so he's not here to verify if this is real or not. We can assume all day. We can say, hey, it's legit. We think it's legit. But he's not here to say, yes, I did send that to Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So take it for what it is.
Yep. I also suggest it is. I also suggest Israel not always depend on subcontracting their information war efforts to surrogates in America. Mr. Prime Minister, I urge you to revamp your information warfare strategy from the top to bottom. Sometimes the impression is given that Israel thinks everyone hates them Why care about winning over hearts and minds? If there's any truth to this impression, I urge you to consider that social media and podcasts is where you fight for the hearts and minds of the younger generation. Obviously, all this negative Israel propaganda on social media easily translates into pro-Hamas, free Palestine sentiment on many college campuses. Here are some unsolicited recommendations my team and I suggest if you're open-minded to a communication reset. Hold on.
That's why I said,
Hold on. You mean to tell me that Charlie hated Israel so much that he would give them information as to how to combat negative statements about Israel? Now, I did hear his friend from Turning Point USA say this is a real letter. This is the letter.
Okay.
That's who it was from. Confirmation was one of the people that is part of Turning Point USA. Now, of course, you can say that maybe it was Turning Point USA that did it to begin with, and so they can put out any propaganda they want. Of course, you can say that. I'm just letting y'all know where this letter is coming from, who's been able to verify it, and what it's saying. And I also know that Candace wanted it to release. So it's released. At minimum, she should have said, that's BS, that's not the letter. Didn't do that. 8 pages, depending on how it's laid out, give or take. I can't say it's 8 pages. I don't have 8. Let me see how many I have, because I have more than 8 pages because I took screenshots of it too. So for starters, if you need a rapid response media team, President Trump does this very effectively on social media in his own account. And the White House Rapid Response 47 team, the president has strong fighters like Stephen Miller, Caroline Levitt, who battle the press every day. Honestly, I don't even know if you have a press secretary. You are an eloquent defender of Israel, but you need a team of information warriors out there pushing back every day. Now, again, I'm just telling you what he's saying. Now, the balance to that statement is every day in real time. When you don't push back, anti-Semitism and anti-Israel propaganda fill the void. A pro-Israel friendly recently asked me, do Israelis even care how the world perceives their country? I strongly recommend putting together a team of pro-Israel experts who can fact-check misinformation in real time from Israel. Israel needs to take the lead in this effort. No more dependence on subcontractors. Israel never asked for American troops because Israel does its own fighting. I suggest the same approach for the information war. You lead and people like me will follow and provide supplemental support. If you're open to revamping your communication strategy, my team and I are happy to assist. Okay. Here's my question to you, bro. Have you ever heard Charlie not try to support Israel?
I've never heard him say that he doesn't, but I've heard him have problems, just like he stated in this letter, about some of Israel's tactics when it comes to
so far
how they're fighting a war. Yeah.
So it's bearing out that at least the letter is following something that Charlie would have expressed in sentiment. You need something perhaps like an Israel Truth Network. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Netanyahu just recently had a meeting to discuss this?
Yeah, and specifically about TikTok and X.
Right?
Yep.
So maybe he's taking Charlie's advice? Or here's a conspiracy. He put out the letter knowing that he was going to do that and put this in there specifically so to make it look like Charlie supported it, and he's doing it because Charlie told him. But what he's really doing is really creating a whole entity to make sure he changes the narrative.
I'm trying, man, but
look, you don't got to commit to nothing. Just say what you're thinking.
Look, as an American, I don't know how I'm obligated to be pro anything outside of pro American. I'm not obligated to be pro Israel just because they feel some type of way. It almost seems like anything you say, and I'm not against them either, but it almost seems like anything you say against them is anti-Semitic, almost to the point to where they're trying to come into American space when it comes to social media, news, and everything else, and kind of dictate what we hear about that country. So it's almost going to get down to, even if they do something bad, which we know, which Charlie Kirk talked about in this letter, we won't hear about it. It's going to be just pro. And we're not going to hear about anything else from the other side. And anything from the other side, which I don't support either, that comes in is going to be as anti-Semitic. That's false. So it's almost like they're force feeding us. It's almost like he wants to force feed us pro-Israel propaganda to shut down whatever fight they're in, or whoever they fight, or whoever they attack, or whatever they do. Say anything, we're gonna change the narrative on you. I just don't agree. I just don't agree with it, man.
Okay. Do you apply the same standard to Trump trying to curtail the type of media coverage on him
in America?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with any type of censorship, but you know, if it's talking about committing acts of violence, that's where I have a problem with.
But that's exactly what they're doing with Israel, though.
But Israel's not.
It's talking about committing acts of violence on the Israelis.
But they're not American.
I get that, but if the sentiment is that they're supposed to be pro whatever country they're from, can you really dog Israel for doing this?
No, I can't dog them for trying to protect, you know, whatever anti-Israel image, but do that in your country. Do that over there in the Middle East to your neighbors. You don't have to come all the way across the water and do it here. Keep that over there. Let our country figure out what we should hear or we shouldn't hear. And then if they want to kind of curtail it and kind of put out whatever truth they have to put out, let the American people decide on what they think is right.
I get that part, but I'm saying as far as Donald's doing it for the media here, if he's trying to curtail certain bits of information getting to certain people that disagree with him based on what he wants people to be saying about him, is that right or wrong?
That's wrong.
Okay.
Straight up, that's wrong. But if it's propaganda and it's lies, he can go in there and say, nope, you're not going to spread lies and propaganda. No one wants that. Just tell the truth. If you're telling the truth, he wouldn't have to do that because he can't hide from the truth. But if you're spreading propaganda, yes, he should be able to come in there and say, no, you're not going to say that.
Got you. I just want to clarify that for,
Don't come after me, Israel.
Israel Truth Network, which can include social media channels and a one-stop source for information website where, for example, all the negative Israel questions I get can be thoroughly debunked. I would love to refer students to such a website. This website could also be a conduit to groups like Hillel and Jewish educators like Dennis Prager. There can be links to books, podcasts, media personalities, and pro-Israel thought leaders. The website can be a place where Judeo-Christian leaders and groups can share information and form closer alliances in the fight against Islamic fundamentalism. ITN social media can post pro-Israel, pro-Judeo-Christian video clips, breaking news articles. ITN could potentially be a news aggregation site for all news pertaining to Israel and Judeo-Christian efforts to preserve Western civilization. I think I finally get where Charlie was coming from, if this is him. And I think this is where people have to be kind of curb your enthusiasm. Charlie was looking at, and he said this before, at Israel more from a religious standpoint than a political standpoint. And I understand why. But the other side is that Israel has moved further and further away from their religious roots and into more of a political standing in more recent years than they had ever been, where it used to be that was the foundation that they stood on was religious and what they did was political. Now what they stand on is political and they do a religion on the side. That's what it's become. So I can understand where his concern is, but I think he might have been slightly misplaced with the government of Israel and the state of Israel from a religious point of view. Thoughts?
I can agree with that. He has to, have to separate the two. And, when it comes to Israel, it has nothing to do with the religion that's in that country. It has nothing to do with the people the civilians in that country. I think a lot of the anti-Semitic stuff is towards the government. You know what I mean? It's not the people. It's not the individual woman and, man over there and child. It's more geared towards that.
But I have to push back on that.
Mm-hmm.
What if they are all behind Netanyahu? I mean, they're not. I know they're not all, but I say, what if they are? Then you have to hate them too, wouldn't you?
I mean, hate's a strong word. We don't, we could be, we don't have to be pro for them. Put it that way.
Can I detest them then?
You can detest them. You can dislike them. Hate's a strong word, Marlon.
I hate them.
Yeah. But if you support certain aspects of what they're doing, and I can, to an extent, I can understand why they're doing it. And then other side, I'm kind of like, why did they do that? But if you support killing innocent women and children, I don't care who you are, you should be against that. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, pro this, pro that, Palestine, Israel, killing of innocent people, you should 100% be against it on both sides.
I'm just kidding.
So if that makes me anti-Israel because I'm against killing women and children, so be it. If that makes me anti-Palestine or Hamas, whatever the heck they are over there, if that makes me anti against them for killing innocent people, so be it.
You Semite.
Hey, it is what it is. That makes me
sick. You're just sick, is what
against killing innocent people, so be it.
Yeah, you're worse for the wear for that. Have you considered inviting some of the released hostages to go on a speaking tour in the U.S.? This could be very effective messaging. These hostages can talk about how Gazan civilians not once offered any empathy or compassion. Someone to say, see, he used the word empathy. It can't be Charlie. President Trump referenced this lack of humanity when some released hostages visited the Oval Office. This was effective messaging. When impactful messaging clicks, it keeps going. Also, these hostages and all your spokespersons should be arguing it's Hamas that is committing genocide on their own people by using civilians as human shields and storing weapons in schools, hospitals, etc. That information drips out in the regular media, but is almost non-existent on social media. Maybe interview a regular Israelis on the streets, ask them what they love about their country. Interview Jews, Israeli Arabs, Druze, Orthodox, secular, etc. Ask Israelis what do they wish the world knew about Israel. Ask them to respond to examples of misinformation on social media. They could be an entire social media PR campaign called Dude, You Got Us Wrong. Interview Israelis from all walks of life. Let Israelis explain in their own words how Israel is a pluralistic society, a free country with elected leaders, unlike all of the surrounding authoritarian Arab nations. Why not show how your hospitals take care of wounded terrorists? Why not show clips of Israel dropping flyers from airplanes warning Gazan civilians to get out of harm's way? Now, my biggest question in all of this statement is, why is Charlie going so hard to try and convince people to support Israel?
Yes.
Because that was his belief. It's that simple. He's not a politician in terms of elected, so he has the right to believe the way he wants to believe about Israel, and he took his platform to support Israel to the nth degree. My problem is with people saying that he was ended by, you know what I'm saying, the people that he's writing this letter to, makes it kind of difficult to me believe when I have never heard him, even though he questioned Netanyahu to his face, by the way, and nothing occurred with it. He was not supportive of Israel. He just had questions. He never went to the extent that Candace went. And I don't know how come Candace hasn't been eliminated when Charlie has. If you're telling me that Israel does this to its enemies, okay, that's what you're telling me, I highly doubt that Charlie would have been the first target of mine. There are quite a few others that I would have thought, that's one. Like Hassan, that'd be one. Destiny, that'd be two. Know what I'm saying? Candace, Tucker, Cenk Uygur. I mean, there's so many American people that you could have easily said, that's my target. If you were the Israeli government and you're going after people that are going against you, Charlie would have been not even on the list. He wouldn't even be last on the list. He would have never made the list.
That's true.
So I'm confused about that theory. Unless you're trying to say that it was somebody who did it within the confines of the Israeli government without the actual okay from Netanyahu, then that even makes even worse sense, unless they're planning to do a coup. I don't understand it. A position of power, so was Candace. They were both presumed to be getting there eventually. But again, if it was Israel that did it, they would have made sure to keep him alive so that he would imagine this guy, this Charlie, with this sentiment here as the president. You think about all the benefits Israel would have been getting if Charlie had been president. It would make no sense to eliminate him. None whatsoever. I don't care how many conspiracy rabbit holes y'all throw at me there. It makes no sense whatsoever to eliminate Charlie. None. I can't buy that one. I can't buy it, like, at all.
Now, playing devil's advocate, obviously. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Let's say that this letter is totally fabricated.
Right.
Totally fabricated. And with Charlie's death and all the rumors, as you stated, were going around and the conspiracy theories are going around about Israel, Mossad being involved in it. So they fabricate a letter saying, look, Charlie was my friend. He wrote me this letter. So there's no way we had anything to do with it. That playing devil's advocate here. Could that be a possibility?
Yeah, but to what ends? Why? Okay, let me ask you. If they're covering the fact that they did it, what would be their real reason for ending Charlie?
Influence, maybe. But Charlie never stood on a campus and talked bad about Israel.
That's my point. There is nothing in any of his statements, his campus visits, not a thing that he said that would have ushered in a response from Israel to end his life.
Yeah, I can get that.
It would make no sense. And if you're telling me, oh, it's because he refused the money, come on. He wouldn't need to be paid. He was doing this stuff for free.
Tatum for it. That's your boy Tatum, Marlon. I know you like
if they put as much as I liked his response to Candace, they couldn't put that bumbling fool in front of no cameras, man. Come on. He can't read. Okay, look. He, in his own admission, he said he can't read, and I've heard him. He can't read. I wouldn't put that man.
He was a cop, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. You ain't got to be that smart.
Yeah. He can't read. I'm not putting that dude in front of nobody. Nah. And if the world ain't ready for Candace's president, Candace ain't ready for Candace's president. Candace needs to figure out where she's at postpartum wise before she can do anything else.
I don't even know what she stands for anymore.
She's a farmer. Anyway, it would have been nice to see an Israeli plane with a Star of David arrive in the U.S. full of supplies after the hurricane. Has Israel offered any assistance to the U.S. insofar as technology to protect our border with a missile defense shield President Trump has discussed? These are examples of effective messaging showing Israel as a close ally to America. So again, critical. This couldn't be Netanyahu. Of course, you're going to say they would know how to word it so it doesn't sound like him. I get all the answers. I know all the answers y'all can bring. I get it.
Oh, man. You have me fired up.
Yeah, consumers of social media are aware of the billions of supplies we send to Israel, but they are less aware of what America gets in return. You and your team need to make the argument on social media that Israel is a great friend of America and is vital to U.S. national security. Israel needs to be better portray itself as a member of the team humanity. Israel needs to establish a baseline of her identity to run an effective messaging campaign. You need to clearly define message. This message should be homegrown from Israel. In other words, create original content from Israel. Videos and visuals of social media keep these edited clips short, under 1 minute, and post the best ones from the Israeli Truth Network. I look again. I'm just trying to figure out how this letter is going to be debunked by Candace. How do you think she's going to do it?
I don't think she will, unless, like I said, unless she says it's not real. She has the real letter. This is fabricated. Knowing her, she's going to come up with something. Because right now she has pie on her face, so she'll figure out how to get that pie off her face. So she'll come out with something that's not the true letter, that was taken out of context. They changed some things in it. This is the real letter. Just wait for it. That's something she'll do. She's not going to try. She's not going to just walk away from it. She's not going to do that. She's stubborn and she's a woman. So she's going to make sure she gets her point across, and she's going to make sure she saves face in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Don't rely on non-Israeli social media influencers to create all these clips. Create them yourselves, and influencers, surrogates like me, can promote this original work and refer people to your social media and websites. Be proactive. Take the lead. Bottom line is, Israel needs to learn to fish, i.e. create your own content, and be more self-reliant when it comes to your communications strategy. Candace is making her money. Ain't nobody stopping her again.
Yeah,
she got true. That woman is making money hand over fist. What? Listen to me. You can get a few couple thousand views a month, and you'll end up with about $2K a month. Okay, that's what you end up from YouTube.
He didn't hear our disclaimer.
No, but hear me out. You get 1 million views a day per video. Negro.
That's a lot of money.
She hauling in somewhere in the region of $60,000 to $90,000. Not a month, bi-weekly.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Just from YouTube. Not to mention endorsements, her shop, none of that. None of that. We're just talking straight YouTube, Blataya. Okay? Just on one video. Now imagine her doing 5 videos a week, each breaking 4 to 5 million views per video. Easily 100 to 200 grand a month. In some cases, she might be raking in the millies per month. Oh, look, we're not telling anybody gonna be robbing her anytime soon or no money.
Her videos just sit. She's making money.
Come on.
That's it.
Iran. Israel could do a better job explaining the Iranian threat. Among the many conservatives who support Israel, there are some concerned that America could be entangled in a quagmire in Iran. My generation grew up with the disasters in Afghanistan and Iraq, and we were promised that there were WMDs in Iraq, which proved to be a lie. Our generation was also lied to by the governments of Israel and the U.S. that COVID vaccines were safe and effective. So, okay, again, I don't know why he put that in there. Israel's intelligence missed the boat on October 7th, but we are asked to trust Israeli intelligence 100%. That Iran is on the cusp of obtaining nuclear weapons. Again, I don't see how Netanyahu would put this in there. He wouldn't go on and on. You know how you can do too much? This would be doing too much. Young conservatives are very skeptical of our government proclamations. We don't fully trust intelligence assessments. Right now, it seems like Israel is primarily relying on America to make the case for attacking Iranian nuclear sites. These arguments get a lot of blowback in MAGA circles. Other than you, Mr. Prime Minister, I see very few Israelis making the case in the media, social media, or podcasts. Many agree with you, including myself, that Iran should not get nuclear weapons. At the same time, I share the concern that America will get sucked into another endless war costing thousands of American lives. Where are the Israelis who are arguing this case to win over public opinion? Israel should be making its case 24/7 on social media, including long-form English-speaking podcasts and social media channels and websites such as Rapid Response Team and ITN. Thoughts?
Well, when it comes to the weapons of mass destruction, he was one of the first ones to say that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, which got us in almost a 20-year war.
Right.
Now, I've been over there 3 times, and not once did I see an Israeli soldier over there, boots on the ground over there, fighting that war that he said that we had weapons of mass destruction. Strike one. Next strike. How are we supposed to believe you when you said Iran had weapons of mass destruction, but you lied about Iraq having weapons of mass destruction? We're just supposed to take your word for it. So, I mean, he's lied multiple times, and we're just supposed to trust him and just believe everything he says about everything that's going on over in this country when he's already lied to get us into a war where the weapons of mass destruction were never there.
Trust me, bro.
I'm just saying, don't kill me in that, Netanyahu.
Is that trust me, bro mentality?
Yeah, it's trust me, bro. Yeah. So I get it, man. You know, how are we supposed to believe you when it seems like you're constantly trying to drag us into another war? And I think Charlie Kirk's been very vocal about we don't want to go back to another war. We don't want to keep fighting these conflicts in the Middle East that you keep picking fights with different countries and you expect us to come into your aid. You need to fight your own war.
Charlie Wilson's war.
Yeah, that's how we got into Afghanistan with the Russians.
All I know is that I'm not saying I support 100% everything Israel is doing. We're doing this to show you that what she's suggesting was a part of the letter so far does not seem to be the case. He is indeed suggesting certain things that they do to change because it shows up bad for them, but he's not telling them that because he's trying to insult them. He's doing it in order to show support. I get that. I get this could be the perfect alibi. I will still ask the same question that no one's yet to answer me. Not even bro has answered me because there is no real answer to it. Why Charlie?
Yeah.
Show me the benefits to Israel or anyone for the removal of Charlie Kirk. That's all I'm asking. Just show me that.
There is none. The only thing I can probably think, and I'm just throwing this out there, is his relationship with Candace Owens and the influence that they were probably worried about with her having on him over time, and then the amount of influence he had on these college campuses. If you're friends with Candace and she's against Israel and you're friends with her and you have a lot more influence, I think Charlie Kirk had a lot more influence than Candace Owens. Maybe they were worried about that influence kind of getting over in him, because he did do a podcast with, I forget who he did it with, where he was talking about Israel and he did say something and you kind of saw it in his face like he shouldn't have said that. And I forget who he was interviewing. It was his last interview before he was killed, and I forget who it was with.
The biggest problem I see with the concept of that is this option that we have of why him and not Candace if they're trying to remove the influence. And maybe, to your point, if they took Candace out, that would push him to believe Candace more. If they got rid of him, then he can't be influenced to push anybody else, but you leave Candace there to run her mouth and no one's listening to her anyway. I just think that you risk doing more damage, because if people do start to listen to Candace in all of this, which they are, again, she has grown almost 1 million subs since the death of Charlie Kirk. I want y'all to be aware of this. Her side is winning. If this really was an Israel job, that they lost. This was a stupid idea. It was the worst thing they could have possibly done for their image. It's stupid to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid. However, my conspiracy is this. I think Candace had a hand in it. And I'll tell you why I think Candace had a hand in it. Candace had a hand in it because she did not be successful in converting Charlie to her side. The best way to do it is to make sure and find a way to get rid of Charlie so that people start believing your perspective. Push your perspective enough that, hey, they're going to believe me. Listen to me. Y'all going to judge the wife how she cry, right? That's what you're going to tell me, that maybe there's a conspiracy that the wife has a part in it because she don't cry? Judge Candace the same way.
We did a whole episode on
her
that.
Trifling behind didn't cry. She dropped 2 tears. 2. Literally 2. 1, 2, and that was it. That's all she's grieved for Charlie. But y'all going to judge the wife. Y'all going to judge the wife for not crying enough. Right? You're going to judge the wife for not crying. Judge Candace too. If the wife might have had a hand in it because of a music video, Candace could have had a hand in it for making sure to brand Israel as the killer. Look, this can go both ways.
Right.
I just don't see the reason why Israel would take it up. That's all I know. He wasn't asking any questions about Zionists, like at all. For crying out, look, he had Ben Shapiro on his platform and allowed Ben Shapiro to say whatever he wanted to say. Even Ben told him, yes, I'm an unapologetic Zionist.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
To his face, and there was no fighting over it. You've never heard Charlie say anything about Zionist yet. I'm just saying, if we're going to create conspiracies, let's talk about the conspiracy from both sides using the same platform of how you arrive at your conspiracy. If you're going to tell me that Israel had a hand, and I can believe Candace doing it because her husband's Jewish, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay. Who has more of a connection? You're going to say, well, his wife was Catholic. Okay, cool. But Candace has connection to the Jewish community. If you want to say that the Jews are so bad, she'd be the one that has a connection to do it. How about that?
That's true.
He got money. He got ties.
And little whispers in the ear, like, "Hey, you better shut your wife up."
All I'm saying, if y'all gonna make this conspiracy one way, make it the next way too. Be fair about it. Oh, definitely. Look, you ain't seen racists yet, AJ. I'm about to get there. Don't worry. A paradigm shift is needed in how Israel presents itself to the world, especially on social media. Right now, there is especially a massive negative ad campaign spreading social media that these negative ads are defining this candidate. Political campaigns, let me copy this here. Political campaigns face challenges all the time. Many of the PR challenges Israel faces should be looked at through the prism of a political campaign. Like any campaign, the first task is to define the candidate. Right now, there's not a one-stop shopping resource for it where younger people can learn about this candidate. Every candidate has a website and social media. It would be political malpractice to omit these tools. Sorry for the brutal honesty, but Israel's approach on social media is PR malpractice. Your candidate should list all the toughest questions she gets on the campaign trail with a detailed expert response on her ITN website and use social media to explain her platform on a daily basis. These responses become part of Miss Israel platform where her positions and values are explained. Like any political campaign, you need surrogates who can articulately perform this candidate's platform and identity. Right now, Israel's identity is being, let me find the right one here, is being
tarnished.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking for the word. I'm trying to find the screen that it comes from because I had to piece this together. I know where I can find it though. Hang on. Where is that screen? Give me a second, guys. Let me get the history here. Charlie Kirk later. There. All right. What was the last statement there on that screen?
Now, Israel's identity is being, it should be like number 8 or number 9. What are you at now? 7, 8?
Yeah.
So it should say, right now, Israel's identity is being, beginning of the last sentence.
And this was at number 6, right?
I thought it was like further down than that. Because it starts off with, right now, there's not one stop shopping resource where younger people can learn.
Yeah, I got you.
And it's all the way at the bottom.
A paradigm shift is where we were, right?
Yeah. Right now, Israel's identity is being.
Yep. Okay. There it is. Okay. We'll use this instead. I'll use this one. has so many ads popping up in it. That's why I didn't want to use it, but we'll use it. We'll use this one here. Every candidate, these responses become part of myths. Right now, Israel's identity is being fabricated by those who hate her by a barrage of misinformation in the media, especially social media. Fake news becomes real news if there's not effective pushback. When the candidate is hit with a negative campaign ads, the effective response is for the candidate to personally respond to these attack ads. A candidate doesn't just rely on surrogates to get the truth out. One of Israel's biggest, most fundamental problems is typically your pushback is in a third person voice. Now, mind you, this letter goes on still for quite some time. And he's talking about the billions that spread on TikTok and on X and Elon Musk. He has nothing negative that's going on at all in this letter. Pew Research showing it. And he just keeps talking about the negative view that people have. And if they want to stop it, Mr. Prime Minister, stop this retreat, get in the informational war fight. He keeps going on about it. And then he has this. To sum it up, you should perhaps consider reshaping your Hasbara department into a more political campaign headquarters with a campaign narrative expert. Hasbara could be the mothership hosting ITN, where the messaging campaign can be created and then distributed to all pro-Israel groups and thought leaders. Majority of his staff, and he goes on again. He just keeps giving them advice of how to do it. Walter Cronkite. So he's given them a blueprint. Stephen Miller again. Israel has enormous capabilities, such as what you've orchestrated, your beeper bomb operation. Perhaps Israel can use some of that same ingenuity to more effectively fight information war on the media. So he keeps going on. I'm yet to find anything where he says, I don't believe you, Netanyahu. You're a piece of crap. Leave me alone. I don't want your stinking money. Keep your Jew dollars. He didn't say nothing like that. The Holy Land is so important to my life, and it pains me to see support for Israel slip away. Feel free to contact me on my private number below if you would like to discuss this further. So there you go. Again, I'm not saying that this is a legit letter. All we're saying is that if Candace, who this topic is about, believes it's a lie, then maybe, just maybe, show the real letter. Because that's the only way you can combat this, right? Is if you got the real one, show the real one.
Yeah, that's the only way. As long we'll see what she comes out with, man. I really think she knows this letter's out. She's gonna say it's fabricated, it's not original, it's not real, it was changed. She'll come out with something like that and saying she actually has the real letter that wasn't, altered or edited, and this is the real letter. I'm telling you, that's something she'll do, man. Knowing her.
The last thing she talked about was 2 days ago or a day ago.
Someone said Candace completely ignored the contents of the letter. By the way, didn't even address it.
Say what?
Someone said she didn't even address the letter.
No, she doesn't. And that's the thing, but she brought it up. Like she's the one that told people to bring it to light. Look, she did the same thing with the Macron letter, right? The first letter that Macron sent to her, they told her, this is something that's supposed to be between your and me. No, not sharing it or nothing. She goes out and starts sharing pieces of the letter. Then says she doesn't have time to share the whole letter. If you don't have time to share the whole letter and you were told not to share any portion of it, you're already disingenuous at best. Period. But then you go on to share the second letter almost in its entirety when the second letter is referring to the first letter as to why you never shared that one. You see, this is her MO. She will always trust me, man. I know. I'm telling you, man. Just believe me, man.
I got the inside scoop.
Man. Yeah.
I got it.
I'm the one that knows everything, man. This was a day ago.
I just want to say that I feel like at the beginning of this investigation, I was very clear. I said there will be no fakeness and there will be no gayness in this investigation.
No gayness?
What is she talking about?
I don't even know how do you have gayness in in an investigation?
It said who betrayed Charlie Kirk, and she's talking about gayness. That made no sense.
And apparently there were some people who did not take me seriously or literally, because there are a lot of little lies being told.
Yeah, there are. Ain't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're not one of those people telling little lies, though, right? Tell me sweet little lies.
Right?
Right.
Charlie gets assassinated, and the very people who were threatening him reputationally and financially are now trying to memorialize him as having died as a friend of Israel.
Who was threatening Charlie? She keeps saying that, but I ain't found a lick of evidence from her that shows Charlie being threatened.
Yeah, she said the same people. You know, she always speaks like that. These certain people or these people, but she never says directly who. Just say it. Just say it.
That is crazy work. Like, they threaten, but you don't have the proof that we just need to trust you that it was definitely threatened in court, because that's how I took when they talked to me. I took it as a threat, so it must have been the same way.
That's her clone. That's not really her.
Come on, man.
Okay, challenge accepted. All lies will be revealed, and we're going to help reveal those lies.
Oh, perfect.
Also, yesterday we asked for the public's help in identifying two individuals who Phil Lyman's nephew described as his close friends.
So, and again, here's the other thing that you'll find with her is that she has a lot of secondhand, third-hand knowledge that she says feel about, and it becomes reality to her. I feel like this is what happens, so I have no other choice but to believe it's 100% true. Well, Candace, I feel like you full of shit. I feel like it, so it must be true. I feel like you've lost all your marbles and you can't even blame your kid for it. You just retarded at this point. That's what I feel like, though. I'm just feeling it, and it must be true because I feel it.
Let's go back
in
to
my bowels.
Go back to being red pill black. We liked you better than.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Understand that her passion, which is what someone said, she has a passion for her friend dying. If you really had passion for your friend, then you wouldn't lie on your friend, especially after he's dead. You wouldn't lie. At minimum, you'd wait a bit.
Did she go to the memorial?
She wasn't invited. She wants to say that she wasn't going to go because of FBI, but she was never invited.
But they were friends.
Charlie's dead. He can't invite her. They were friends. She wasn't friends with TP USA. Never said that she was friends with Erica. She hasn't come out. Okay. Has she defended Erica yet?
No.
Okay. The people at TP USA said so. She was not invited.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. She was not invited. She was not invited. Either way, she didn't go because FBI was there and they were going to kill her. That's what she said, not me. She doesn't want to go to get killed. That's what she said. Now, where's the proof that the FBI was going to kill Candace Owens?
Psychosis.
That's all I want to know. Where's the proof that the FBI was going to kill Candace Owens if she went to Charlie Kirk's memorial?
She got psychosis, man.
Come on, man. Look, I know you want to defend your girl, AJ, but ain't no defending this one, bro.
Just let her go.
Defending this one.
Let her go, man.
Let her, yeah. Find a different one.
Yeah.
Find somebody cuter that ain't related to farmers market.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg would be better at this point.
Perfect. Yeah.
Come on, man. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
That's like a hot dog hallway situation. Leave that one alone.
Oh man, I just
leave it alone.
When you said that, I pictured it. It's just like, oh god.
Just leave it alone, man. It ain't worth it no more. It really is not.
Nah. She done popped out 3 kids, 4, 5.
Trust me, man. I have more questions than I have. And this started for me. I'll tell you all, it started for me in 2022. I can tell you that. It started for me in 2022. That Super Bowl situation, that was my first inclination that something wasn't right. Just this point, it wasn't right. Something wasn't right. And it progressively got worse. And it's continued to get worse.
It got worse kind of after the Kamala deal. You know, she went hard on that. Then when Kamala lost, she stopped. You know what I mean? It was just like we didn't hear anything else on it. Then she went to Macron. She went hard on that. Now we don't hear much from it anymore.
Yeah. Hey, look. You know who I heard is looking? Joy Reid. AJ. Joy Reid is looking for somebody. Try Joy Reid, man. Joy Reid is looking for a nice. And look, you. Hey, look, no homo, but you're a good-looking fella.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. I'm not Whoopi. Oprah looking for somebody too.
Even Sunny Hostin, man. Sunny ain't bad looking either. Come on now. She a light skin, like she's a light skinned Candace Owens now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, you know who AJ looks like? The lead singer from Sleep Theory. If you look up the lead singer from Sleep Theory, it's AJ, man. I'm telling you, that's his doppelganger for real. I'll be seeing. I'm like, damn, that's AJ. Telling you, man.
Let's find out.
Looks just like AJ.
Oh, what?
I told you.
Ain't no way, dude. For real.
That's AJ.
For real. No, dang.
Am I lying?
You're not lying.
That's like his twin, right?
You're not lying. You are not lying. This dude right here. That's what?
That's AJ's twin, man.
All right, cool. You know what we got to do now, right? You know we got to go find AJ. Oh,
put him side by side. You got to get him with his hat on or something.
What? Come on now.
AJ know that look like him. He's probably gotten that before too. It's probably not the first time he's heard that. Looks just like him, man. Beard and everything.
Listen, AJ. Listen. It ain't slander if it's true. You look like him.
You do look like him.
Sorry, bro. You look like him. Look like him.
Join one of his lives, you know, when he's on TikTok. If he's barely on there doing lives, but join it and ask him to jump up on camera. You'll see his twin.
Now, if y'all think we're lying, okay? Y'all think we're lying. I'll show y'all what we say he looked like. Y'all can tell us if we're lying. I got to find one without the hoodie. It's just your hat. He always got his face all up in the camera.
What is mine?
Get your face out the camera like that, AJ. We gotta try and find a similarity here. You're messing with my process. Okay, here's a good one. There we go. All right, y'all see the picture, right?
Right here.
Y'all see it? Okay, cool. This is AJ. Y'all tell me if we're lying. That's AJ. Come on now. It's the same person.
You take the glasses off.
That's the same person.
I'm telling you, AJ's like double agent. He's the lead singer of a band too.
Come on, AJ. Stop pretending, bro. But she did, though. That's the crazy part. She did. That's the part that Candace ain't showing nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part, is they provided a lot of information in that letter. Trust me and believe me this. If that goes to court, Candace is done. All that money she make from YouTube, gone. Macron's going to take all that cash.
She's going to hang it up too.
Because the burden of proof is not on the Macrons. It's on her. And if they've given her what she asked for, which they did, and it's not sufficient, and she continues doing it, lose that money. Point blank, just lose the money. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I believe that too.
Hey, y'all can go ahead and say it. I ain't saying nothing about that's a whole foreign dignitary. I ain't saying nothing. I'm good.
Oh, man.
I can say that about Obama, but I ain't saying that about no foreign place. I don't know how they operate. I'm good.
They come knock on your door, man, and take you to jail.
Crazy. in any case, if she's got proof, she needs to present it. Otherwise, she out here being a whole liar. And all y'all people like want to defend her. I just have that one question. Why has she not addressed the letter? And why, forever why? Please tell me this. Why Charlie? That's all I want to know. That's it. Just tell me why Charlie. That's it. In any case, we'll be back. Well, they'll be back probably Friday. Maybe. I won't be. I will be in the middle of a court case, not my own. I'll be sitting in, hopefully early enough to sit in on the Diddy situation. I might get to shake Diddy's hand and say,
I wouldn't touch him, man. You crazy? That dang demon. You know how energy transfers? You know how I am, man. Energy
can't transfer to somebody who got God in them. They ain't gonna transfer nothing.
That demon can touch you and have you.
That demon ain't gonna touch nothing.
You be walking on jail like this, putting chapstick.
The only way a demon can touch me is if it has access to me, and it don't have access to me.
He won't have access to
Never have access to me.
He won't have access to that.
Listen. I've touched enough demonic people, and nothing's happened to me. I ain't doing nothing. You can't touch me. I'm MC Hammer. I'm walking up there like MC Hammer. Can't touch me.
You go, Marlon, I got off. I'm having a party afterwards. You want to come?
Sure, I'll be there.
I'm bringing the baby oil.
Bring the baby oil.
What's on this baby oil?
But I am going to try and sit in on it and find out what he's going to get in terms of time. And then as soon as I find out, I'll come out with my findings and report it straight live on Too Strong.
Oh, you want to do it live from there?
If you want to, just jump on and go live and stream Too Strong's feed on Savage.
Oh yeah, I could do that, huh?
We ain't gonna get no copyright strike.
You just got to tell me the time. I can do. Oh yeah, we could do it. What time now? You know,
it starts at 8
a.m. and it's
8:30, something like that. I anticipate it being done by noon.
So
Eastern. So by 10 your time. No, you're an hour ahead of me, right?
Yeah, Mountain.
Yeah, so 10 your time. AM. That's what I'm anticipating, but I don't know for sure.
Well, just because you can't stream the actual inside the court.
No, I won't have my phone.
So the minute it's done and you walk out,
I'll have my phone and I'll go live with
Corey. And I'll set everything up. You're like, hey, I'm going live in whatever, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It don't take long.
I'll send you a text.
Yeah.
I'll message you. But yeah, Too Strong now. Well, both sides formerly Too Strong. Okay, for y'all to get the titling right. We've changed our name to Both Sides.
Really?
Yeah. We rebranded. We have rebranded.
You know, somebody left a comment and said our intro on the Savage Patriots is too long.
Good. I hope they keep watching.
Yeah, we're gonna make it 10 minutes long. We're gonna make it 10 minutes long. Yeah, don't ever come on this podcast telling us what we should do, because we're gonna 100% do opposite. At least I know I will.
And do it more.
Do it on purpose in your face, just opposite, just because.
Yes, Both Sides will be on tonight. We're talking about the same lady we're talking about right now. Candy corn. Okay. Jimmy Crack Corn. I don't care. So we'll catch up with you guys then. If not Friday for these guys, Monday for all of us for sure. And tonight on Both Sides. All right. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Whoa.